In this episode, we take a look at G's rather special setup for his last ever race as a professional cyclist. Cube might have just released the best value bikes of 2026. Scott have just made their road bike more comfortable, and Pinarello have made their road bike more affordable. Right, where to start? How about with this, because I've got a new toy. So this is a Seeker Spear. This is China's answer to the Specialized Tarmac SL8, and it's basically a do-it-all all-rounder. It's a lightweight and aero bike. And well, I'm going to be building it up and seeing how it performs. Not only does it come with some pretty big claims, but it also comes with an in-house, all-in-one, one-piece cockpit, integrated of course. It's called a Rapier. And I've gone for it in a 375mm width. It's got 6 degrees of flare, which is suitably modern, and 120mm stem. I'm pretty impressed with the rest of the frame as well. It is nicely done, and as you can see, I've gone for it in one of their more subtle paint jobs. I'm joking, of course, but they have done a nice job of it. And here we've got a wind eye. That's quite a unique feature. And yeah, it's just all the accessories that have come with it are really nice. And it's also like they've done a nice job. These threads are nice and clean. They've obviously masked off where the bottom bracket's going to go. And the idea with this frame is that I'm going to build it up, and I'm thinking I'm going to do it with components exclusively from the Far East, and then put it up against a dream build of Western components and seeing if it's lacking behind in any areas, where it's ahead in any areas, and where it's on a par in other areas. So let me know in the comments what you think I should put on it. Maybe some Elite wheels, maybe some Fast Sports, maybe some Craftworks, Alili cranks, maybe they would look good on it. You name it, we'll try and get it in and see what we can do. And if you could also hit subscribe, then that'll really help us out, because 80% of you still aren't subscribed. So click it now and you won't miss me building this up. Right, moving swiftly on, and by the time this video goes live, hopefully Geraint Thomas will have very almost completed his final ever bike race. I never thought I'd see the day, and I've got my fingers really tightly crossed that he does actually finish this one. But we can only hope. Now, on his final trip around the UK, he has got a pretty tricked out setup. So here's his Pinarello Dogma F. He's obviously got a custom livery for this race. And as we all know, the Welsh have probably got the best flag in the world. And he's used the dragon absolutely everywhere. It's on the head tube of the bike. It's on his shoes. It's even on his helmet a bit. He's also got these gold sunnies. They're sun gods. Let me know what you think of them down below. I'm a little bit torn on whether someone who isn't Olympic road champion should be wearing gold glasses on the road. But if anyone can get away with it, it's probably G. I just think there's all these faces, all the crowds are holding up these faces, and they've all got his white glasses on. They've been a staple throughout his career, and now his final race, and he's chucked the white ones in a hedge, got a new set of gold ones. Not sure, maybe he should have stuck with the white ones. As for his bike, well, it's a Dogma F. I was slightly surprised to see that he's using Continental's GP5000 STR TT tyres, because as we know, the British roads are not always the most forgiving. Plenty of potholes for them to contend with, and a lot of parked cars. That's one thing that I have noticed from watching the coverage. As for the rest of his setup, Shimano wheels, Dura-Ace Di2, as he's used for years and years and years. And then his shoes, I'm a big fan of them. They're the Quoc M3 Air Pros, also with the dragon on the side of them. I reckon I'd have them. They're nice. And then his helmet, that's a Casque Elemento. And again, it's got that sort of dragon scale pattern on it. And the whole Ineos team is in custom kit. That's also got a Welsh dragon on it. Let me know what you think of any of that down in the comments below. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is AI, because, well, it's literally everywhere. And now it's coming to training too. So you might have seen in a previous video that I've been using Relevate. Now it's designed for both indoor and outdoor training. Now I first came across this app because I was looking for one that would allow me to track my rides on my phone. But not only that, but I also wanted to see where my friends are whilst we were doing a bikepacking trip across France. So I wanted to see where they'd all got to, because we're all going different speeds. We'd all stop at different cafes and whatever. Anyway, they do indoor stuff too, and they've just released this AI generated workouts and training plans. Now, that means that you can use your standard workout design and planning tools, but with AI generated suggestions as your starting point. Now, I've been having a play with it, and I really do think that it could save people quite a lot of time, and not only that, quite a lot of money. So my question to you is, would you use an AI training plan? Let me know down below. Oh, and I've also just found out that you can take segments from outdoor rides and you can use them in the app on the turbo. So I'll be trying that out now that the weather has taken a turn for the worse. Now, I realise that's been quite a whistle-stop tour, so if you want to find anything else out Relevate, then we'll pop a link to the app down in the description. The next thing I want to cover is what might be the best value bikes of 2026. Now, I can say that with some confidence because Cube arguably released the best value bikes of 2025, and they've just dumped all of their new bikes on their website for the 2026 product year. And yes, I remember in last month's edition of Tech of the Month, I promised you better value bikes. So here we go, let's take a look at their range. So I've got the press release here. It definitely seems like they've released every kind of bike under the sun. There's hybrid bikes, mountain bikes, gravel bikes. Oh, this one looks good. New Road C62 SLT. What's that? Full SRAM Red Explore. If you want to see how I found that group set on the road, it's a gravel group set, but we had a road bike with it on, then click the card up there. That one's £6,299. How about this one though? New Road SLX. It's got Shimano GRX on it. £1,799. Oh, but this is when things get serious. C68, so that's the one like Biniam Gamay and Intermarché would use in the mountains. This has got to be the one that I'd go for. The Attain C62 SLT. It's got the full carbon frame and fork. It's then got Shimano Ultegra Di2, the 12-speed. It's got a 50-34 tooth chain rings at the front, 11-34 tooth cassette at the back. It's £3,099. Actually, I'm going to look up what the RRP of Shimano Ultegra. RRP, £2,399. This bike is £3,099. So basically what you're doing is you're buying a group set for £2,399, and then for an extra 700 quid, you get an entire carbon frame, carbon fork, carbon bar, carbon seat post, saddle. It's got Newman carbon wheels on it. It's got Newman Advanced A50 wheels. People say bikes are getting more and more expensive. I think already we've probably found the best value bike of 2026. The other good news is that we should have at least some of those bikes coming in for review and for some videos shortly. So make sure you're subscribed to that. Just another reason to subscribe. Right, more new bikes coming up, but first a short interlude on how to protect yourself and your bikes from potential financial mishap. Whether you ride road bikes, gravel bikes, touring bikes, hybrid bikes, mountain bikes, any manner of bike, then this video has been brought to you by the Insurance Imporium. If you're considering getting your bike insured or perhaps want to explore another provider, the Insurance Emporium is worth checking out. They have a de facto 5-star rating, a Trustpilot score of excellent, and a FIFO Platinum trusted service. You can cover up to 6 bikes on one policy, all of which can be protected from things like theft, loss, or accidental damage. Having anything bad happen to your pride and joy is always painful, but with an insurance policy, you can at least mitigate some of that heartache by knowing that someone has your back. If you'd like to check them out, then there's a link down below, and there's also details of a discount available on their website. Right, more new bikes, and so Pinarello and Scott have also been jumping on the September release bandwagon. Seems a slightly odd time of year to release new road bikes, but hey, we're all here for it. So let's take a closer look. Pinarello F Series first, and I'm not sure I need to say a whole heap about it because it does look very similar to the flagship Dogma F. Now, this shouldn't come as much of a surprise. The F Series has always been the mid-tier option just below the Dogma F. And it's basically aims to bring all that racing pedigree to more people at a more affordable price point. That's how Pinarello sell it anyway. And the F Series has been about since 2023. And before that, you might recall that it was called the Prince. So this new bike, well, it does look mighty similar to the Dogma F. It is in fact 100 grams heavier, so not a whole heap, and it is a lot cheaper. There's currently 5 bikes in the range, ranging from the F1, that's the cheapest one. Don't know how they've got away with the copyright on that. I feel like F1 would be coming down on them quite hard. And then there's 5 bikes up to the F9, which is the highest spec one. And obviously it's different components across them. Now we've had a first ride on the F7, which comes with Ultegra i2, and our first ride review is now live on the Cycling Weekly website. Spoiler alert though, I say spoiler, given that it's a fairly tried and tested recipe, it won't come as much of a surprise that the bike was very good. So if you want to read more about it, link down there. And then we've got that Scott. Now, I know that something with comfort in its name is sometimes slightly hard to get excited about, but bear with us because this one actually does look like it might be a really good bike for lots of people. Now, both me and Sam did get to ride the race-orientated Addict that, of course, released earlier this year, and we both really loved it, actually. It's stupidly light, the handling's great. The only thing is, it is unapologetically a race bike. The position is quite aggressive, and basically it was also surprisingly better value than actually most things from Specialized and Trek as well. That made it a big appeal. But anyway, it's got quite an aggressive position. This new bike basically aims to take all the good bits of that Addict and update their Addict comfort with a slightly more relaxed geometry. Now, according to the press release, the new model is supposedly 25% more compliant at the rear end than the race-focused model, and 50% more compliant than the outgoing model. Now, no doubt that is helped by this sort of half there, half not there seat post, but still, that's a hell of a lot. It's also got 38mm of tyre clearance. Pretty sure that basically makes it an all-road bike, doesn't it? And then the other thing that's different with this one is obviously it's got more relaxed geometry. So that basically boils down to it's got a much taller head tube, which will hopefully allow more people to get comfortable or find a comfortable position without running a load of, let's be honest, ugly spacers under the stem. I'm reading here that it is a little bit heavier than the race-focused model, but I mean, that's still pretty darn light for a disc brake road bike in 2025. And there's too many models to go through now, but we do have some in the post, so we should be able to get one in the future. Right, let us know your favorite bit of bike tech that we've covered today in the comments below. Let us know anything that you think we've missed and we should have covered. As always, if you liked this video, then please give it a like, subscribe to the channel for lots more bike stuff, and we'll see you next time.